Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 6 math and then click on view all lessons. The list of the chapters, we're going to start with the chapter 2 variable equations. The lessons we're going to cover today are graph a two variable equation, interpret a graph word problems, write an equation from a graph using a table. So here I'm on grade 6 math. Begin and write away is two variable equation. Okay, so graph a two variable equation. Either you use the older one or either the new one. They both are exactly same. Graph the, okay, let's just start with the test questions. Graph the graph this function. The values are 0 and 4, 1 and 5, 4, 8 and 6, 10. And these are the values of x and y. You need to plot them on the graph. X is 0, y is 4. So x is 0, y is 4. X is 1, y is 5. X is 4, y is 8. X is 6 and y is 10. So just join these points and make a line. So this is the line, and that's how basically you need to use them as pair of values 0 and 4. X is 0, y is 4. So the correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. Here we have 0 and 4. So option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, graph this function y equals 3x. So first you have to make the table of the graph and then you need to plot them because here you are given with the equation y equals 3x. Okay, let's just make a table x values and y values. Okay, we're going to start with x equals 0. So 3 times 0 is 0. That means when x is 0, y is 0. Now x is 1, 3 times. When x is 1, y is 3. When x is 2, 3 times 2 is 6. And when x is 3, that is 9. So we have now pair of values. Let's just plot them on the graph. 0, 0. Here is 0, 0. Now when x is 1, y is 3. X is 2, y is 6. X is 3, y is 9. So just join these points and make a straight line. Got it? So that's how you have to plot if you are given the equation, make a table of values first and then you have to plot. Okay, y equals 5x. So let's just make the table first and then we can plot them. X and y. When x is 0, y is 0 because 5 times 0 is 0. When x is 1, y is 5. X is 2, y is 10 because 5 times 2 is 10. So here we have 0, 0, 1 and 5 and 2 and 10. So just join them and make a line. Option number 1 is the correct option. You can see y is 5. Okay, graph the function. Okay, 1 and 7. X is 1, y is 7. X is 1, y is 7. X is 2, y is 8. X is 3, y is 9. X is 4, 5 is 10, is 10. So when you join these points and make a line that is like this. So the correct option is option number 1. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is problems. Graph shows how the total number of novels Whitney has in her collection is related to the amount of money she spends on additional novels. With $200 spent on new novel, how many total novels can Whitney have in her collection? Okay, so with $200. So how many total novels can Whitney have in her collection? So Here is $200. Just match it to the y-axis. So with $200, she can have 200 novels in her collection. The correct option is 200. Let's just start with the test questions. This graph shows the total number of the one we just did. Whitney has in her collection is related to the amount of money she spends on additional novels. With $200 to spend on new novels, how many total novels can Whitney have in her collection? So that is 200. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, this graph shows how the total cost of visiting the art museum as a member is related to the number of visits. For a member of the art museum, cost of 10 visits. So number of visits are here on the x-axis. So 10 visit here is 10. So match it on the y-axis. So the cost of the 10 visits is $60. The correct option is $60. Option number one is the correct option, that is $60. This graph shows how Rick's bank account balance is related to the number of movie tickets he purchases. If Rick buy 5 movie tickets, what will be the balance? So which is the correct option? So, which is the correct option? With $5, he can have 40. Yes, $40 it is. The correct option is $40. Option number three is the correct option. $40 it is. This graph shows how the total number of undershirts Wesley has in his wardrobe is related to the amount of money he spends on undershirts. In all, how much money does Wesley need to spend in order to have a total of 90 undershirts in his wardrobe? Ni- 90 undershirts. Number of undershirts are here on the y-axis. So match 90 to the x. That is very good. $800 it is. Option number two is the correct option. This graph shows how the total number of books Tammy has read depends on the number of months she has been of a book club. If Tammy has read 40 books so far, how many months she been with her book club? Mm, 40 books so far. So match 40 books because books are on the y-axis to the x, so that is 6 months. The correct option is 6 months. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is write an equation from a graph using a table. Complete the table and write the equation for the relationship shown in the graph. So first thing we need to do is we need to complete the table and then we have to write down the equation. Let's just complete the table. X is 4, we need to find the value of y. Here is x equals 4, y equals 7, right? Now we need to write down the equation. So how do we write down the equation? Just you need to look at the x and y values, the relationship between the x and y values. X is 4, y is 7. X is 7, y is 10. X is 10, y is 13. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. And 12 plus 3 is 15, right? So that means the equation is y equals x plus 3. Let's just start with the test questions. Complete the table and write the equation for the relationship shown in the figure. Oh, that's the one we just did. X is 4, y is 7. Yes, so the equation is y equals x plus 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Complete the table and write the shown in the figure. So x is y is 10. The correct option is 10. Now we need to write down the equation. 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. 11 plus 8 is 18. And 12 plus 8 is 20. So the equation is y equals x plus 8. The correct option is y x plus 8. Missing value is 10 and plus 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay. When x equals 2, y equals 11. When x equals 3, y equals 12, I think it is. Yes, 12 it is. So the missing value is, find out the 2 plus 9 is 11, 3 plus 9 is 12, 5 plus 9 is 14, and 7 plus 9 is 6. So the equation is y equals x plus 9. So option number 1 is the correct option, 12 and x plus 9. That is 12 and x plus 9. Okay, when x equals 9, y equals 14. When x equals 9, y equals 14. Now we need to find out the equation. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 9 plus 5 is 14. And 10 plus 5. That is not y equals 5. That is x plus 5. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, math. Later we will interpret a graph word problems. Write an equation from a graph using a table. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write them down in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So, any questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.